Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of a new Trekkie. My 5-year mission to search out Star Trek media, to seek out our fans and merchandise, to boldly go where no fan has gone before.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I know I sound like Scott the Laws there for a second, but yeah, we're back to talking about Star Trek Enterprise. You know, 2 episodes, like we've been doing for a lot of this Star Trek show. In this case, we're talking about episodes 5 and 6 of season 1, or yeah, and next episodes Unexpected and Terra Nova. Let's start episode Unexpected first. So what was that? So what was a bit of the story about? A ship feeding off of Enterprise's warp field is exposed as the crew ignites the plasma exhaust. Tucker, he takes a trip to the ship to help them repair the warp drive. After he returns to the ship, though, he learns that he is indeed pregnant. And I'll be honest, I don't know if this is the first time in science fiction where like a man ends up becoming pregnant. I'm gonna have to be careful because someone might get offended. But I mean, honestly, the concept of this episode is pretty cool, and honestly, and that I suppose it is, and that Tucker becomes pregnant by just I think he was sharing the alien. She was sharing. I think it was water, ice cubes or something like that. And basically, that's how and also playing a game. That's how he became pregnant. And he says he's gonna keep it, but eventually he gives it to the alien crew that had was able to keep him there to help him all that. And yeah, I mean, for a concept for Star Trek, I'm surprised this kind of idea hadn't been done before.
No problem. How you feeling?
Thought we all promised to keep this under wraps.
I haven't said a thing. Doctor?
Not a word.
I know it. She probably let it slip the minute she left sickbay.
But Sub-Commander T'Pol promised to keep your pregnancy secret.
Where I'm from, Vulcans aren't known for keeping promises.
But I'm gonna be honest. I'm guessing it probably had been done, where a character becomes pregnant in a Star Trek episode. By an alien. I mean, because I bet that's kind of. I feel like that would be very common for somehow a character to become pregnant in a science fiction. Anyways, I mean, heck, we still have this, a little bit of a classic.
Oh, God!
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I find this episode's kind of interesting, and honestly, but I gotta say some of the art design for this episode, especially when Tucker sing all the bits of what was it, the holograms and all that. That's kind of cool, and honestly, it's a very when he's on the ship and all that, and he sees all the visual stuff, is actually very pretty to look at, honestly. So there's that. I mean, is it the concept? The concept of Tucker becoming pregnant because of playing a game. I mean, you can't say the idea is not the concept or idea is not, well, that's something you're certainly not gonna forget. So there's that. And honestly, and I'm gonna be honest that although it is a interesting concept for an episode, this isn't like say like, oh, I'm going to come back to watch this many times. Probably not. I mean, I will say that I found most of the majority of the episode when Tucker is trying to just getting used to being on this transport and all that, where he's just like getting used to all this stuff. I find that interesting and all that. You know, just trying to get used to this new, different alien he's never known about. Because, I mean, keep in mind, just like say, this is only the first few episodes, so it's not like, well, I mean, they did interact with Vulcans and also as well as Klingons, so there's that. Oh yeah, the Klingons do show up in this episode. They're a bit pissed in a way, but Archer has to remind, like, say, hey, remember we did save one of your guys, right? Remember? And then they say, gosh darn it, you got us. So yeah, go on your merry way and all that. But, I guess, I mean, honestly, I find this episode kind of intriguing, but what do you guys think of this episode, honestly? What do you think of the episode Unexpected? So, let's go ahead and discuss the next episode, which is Terra Nova. It was written by Brennan Braga and Rick Berman. Owen LeVar Burton, who played Gordy in Star Trek Next Generation, he was director for this episode. So that's actually honestly pretty cool, honestly. He actually does a pretty good job, honestly. So what was the story for this episode?
What caused an entire civilization to disappear?
Humans colonized this planet over 70 years ago. Nobody heard from them again.
The Enterprise crew is about to find out.
Pod 1 to Enterprise. We've got an emergency.
An all-new Enterprise.
I'm trying to think. I guess, like, say the episode would be, like, say, what episode was it with, when Kirk and Spock and all the crew, they come to a, like, planet that's like Earth, and they are, when it has, like, radiation poison, like, say, as kids get older, they start to become adults and develop a sickness. I mean, the episode's not, like, you know, it still has radiation in it, but it's not, like, say, as, you know, it has a similar idea that, you know, they have a crew, like, you know, like, you know, people on this planet, and, like, everyone thinks, oh my gosh, they're aliens, but they're actually just people that have just been hidden underground for a long time. And, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, the idea of a, you know, humans, like, underground and all that, like, you know, like, say, feel like, say, hey, this was the original colony or something like that. I mean, at first I thought, oh, the lost colony.
Night begins to fall over Albemarle Sound with a view from Roanoke Island that mimics what the first settlers must have seen for themselves. Back then they set up camp here. Today, it's the Waterside Theater, where their story is told.
Oh, Star Trek. Yeah, it kind of works. Sorry, I had the Lost Colony on the brain. Lost Colony, Roanoke. Yeah, you probably don't care. Sorry. I actually kind of think the makeup for the, like, say, the underground humans, it actually looks pretty cool. It's like, say, chalky face paint makeup. It actually looks kind of cool, honestly. I mean, you know, like, whenever it comes to makeup and all that, honestly, in science fiction or in general, I'm always going to like if it's good, and honestly, I'm always going to give credit where credit is due. And honestly, yeah, I mean, visually, the human colony characters, it looks pretty cool. So yeah, there's that. So I mean, the episode has like sort of like conflicts and all that. Like say, hey, well, we are Terra Novans, like like say we're still humans, but we don't really trust you because you're coming to our planet. You're human too, but you're alien to us because we haven't seen people in a long time, and this poison rain. I guess the idea of a poison rain, the poison rain concept idea, it's been kind of done in like kind of science fiction things before. So there's again, it's always been done many times. And the fact that like, where like a group of individuals like they have to like stay in the area, but they have like say, I guess then it's probably slowly killing them. So basically, like Archer says, like say, I want you all to trust me, and one way he's able to do that is by saying, why don't you guys move to here? And they're also able to, the crew is also able to figure out, like say, oh, you were one time colonist, and as well as here's your pictures of you and all that. So I think it's actually kind of cool, and that this group is like say forgetful of who they were, and it's like say like having like going through a traumatic moment and then realize like say, oh, I did all that stuff. And this whole poison stuff that they have, like that like that's also in that one Star Trek episode where like it's humans, kids on a planet, but as they get older they'll get this poison thing, but like say the people on the planet, they have grown immune to it, whereas the parents, they're all kind of growing up now, and yeah, basically at the same time it's like say they're trying to survive and a way to get out of this place, and well, because this rain is kind of poisoned them. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of stuff that's actually going on. I guess, like, say, sort of the idea of, like, say, them having to relocate, but at the same time, they're not going to lose all their things that they know about themselves, like, their culture. That is actually, I think that's actually kind of, like, it reminds me of, like, say, like, Native Americans, and that, like, hey, we have this gas leak or something like that happening, and like, we don't want to leave our land because, this is part of us. But, the government taking over and all that. But we gotta keep our culture, and we want to make sure we can still thrive and all that. I don't know what I'm saying, honestly. But, I think the concept is actually it's pretty cool, honestly. Star Trek has always done ideas like, say, like a poison, or like say a generation being immune to things and forgetting about their past and all that. It's been done many times before, but they always try to up the deal or ante on things of ideals, I suppose. But what do you guys think of these two episodes? Put your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.